Hello, Giants fans, and welcome to the Valentine Views podcast for Thursday, September 29. And it's time for yours truly to make his weekly New York Giants game pick this week, week 4. Giants are hosting the Chicago Bears at MetLife Stadium Sunday at 1 o'clock. And if you are a big Blue View reader and you've checked out the website this morning, you already know what my pick is. You already know that I'm picking the Giants to win this game to get to 3-1 to before they head to London in Week 5 to face the Green Bay Packers. I simply think that neither one of these teams is obviously a perfect team. Neither one of these teams is going to make a deep playoff run. They're both teams with new head coaches, new GMs, quarterback questions as they try to figure out if Daniel Jones and Justin Fields are the franchise guys for them going forward. They're both teams trying to build a roster. They're both also a surprising 2-1 so far this season. I look at it and I simply think that I can't fathom how the Chicago Bears can come into MetLife Stadium averaging, I think, 78 yards a game passing, which is 1930s, 1940s kind of numbers, to be honest with you. I can't fathom how the Bears can come in and win a game being that one-dimensional. That said, of course, the Giants are not exactly an offensive or defensive juggernaut. Giants haven't passed for 200 yards in a game yet this year. They'll be missing Sterling Shepard, obviously, as he's out for the season with a torn ACL. They're probably going to also be without Leonard Williams again. They might be without edge defender Jihad Ward, one of their better run defenders. There are plenty of concerns for the Giants in this game, obviously. As we said, offensively, they haven't been a juggernaut. Defensively, they did give up, I think it was 176 yards rushing to the Dallas Cowboys on Monday night. So they will have to figure out a way to handle this Chicago running game that the Bears offense is built around. But I think that Wink Martindale, given the opportunity to scheme something up against a really one-dimensional team like the Bears, against a young, struggling quarterback like Justin Fields, I have confidence in Martindale to come up with a plan that will allow the Giants to win this game. Also, I look at it, and one of the things that I've said all week is that I think that that the team that's able to come up with just a couple of explosive plays in their passing game will have an advantage in this game. And despite the Giants' situation at wide receiver, despite their offensive struggles so far, I look at the Giants as the team that to me is more likely to be able to create a couple of those plays. So my pick for Week 4 is your New York Giants to win Sunday's game at MetLife Stadium. The Giants are 3-point favorites in that game per SB Nation partner DraftKings. A reminder that minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details. If you're going to plunk down a few dollars on the game over at DraftKings, please remember that those minimum age and eligibility restrictions do apply. So one other thing that I wanted to mention quickly before we call it a show today, this is just a quick one to get the prediction out there. Giants obviously with issues at the wide receiver position. I know that Carl Banks went on the Tiki and Tierney show on WFAN and pretty much blasted the wide receiving core, and somewhat deservedly so at this point. The Giants simply don't have a lot out there at this point. Obviously, Shepard, maybe their best wide receiver, is down for the season, maybe down for his career at this point. Wan'Dale Robinson, second-round pick, continuing to be sidelined by a knee injury. Kadarius Toney, probably going to miss another game with his hamstring issues, recurring problem for Tony, obviously getting on the field. And that leaves the Giants at this point with four healthy wide receivers: Richie James, David Sills, obviously guys that quarterback Daniel Jones is developing some trust in, but Sills an undrafted guy, Richie James a seventh round pick. There is a ceiling to how much the Giants you can expect to get from both of those guys. Obviously, the third wide receiver in that group is Kenny Golladay, and we've talked so much about Golladay and how disappointing he's been. The Giants are probably in a situation where, despite Galladay's lack of production, they have to continue to run him out there and give him opportunities. The fourth healthy wide receiver is a guy that I know Giants fans are hoping gets a full opportunity to make some plays, and that's Darius Slayton, a guy who has had some success in the past, catching passes from Daniel Jones, has Jones' trust, has had chemistry with Jones in the past. And Slayton, I think, has played 18 snaps so far this season without being targeted. I think that if Darius Slayton is going to get a full opportunity, it's going to have to come this week. Hopefully, Slayton can do something with it. Obviously, the Giants need some big plays. They need some playmakers. They need some wide receivers that Daniel Jones can trust. And this week looks like Darius Slayton's opportunity to show this coaching staff that he can be one of those guys. All right, Giants fans, please remember to subscribe to Big Blue View Radio wherever you listen to podcasts. And if you're watching us on YouTube, please like, share, subscribe there as well. Please remember to take care of each other, stay safe out there, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.